everyone, before this video, I want to apologize for the rambling on, but I consider this video rambling is important because it is actually me working out my podcast. I hope you everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be unboxing a Christmas tree and decorating it while I talk about my experience when it comes to knowing a support aid in it right for you, aka deciding you need to make new additions to your support team, or like you need to try and do something better for your life. And I thought, what better way to do it than tell you how someone with cerebral palsy have a Christmas tree. That way we can somewhat make this video a happy topic, because no one likes talking about learning support aid or like, you know, hiring them or anything like that. But I do think this is an important topic. I've gone through this experience so many times, and I feel like it's a valuable lesson learned and stuff like that for my individual, a support aid or a case manager in general. So let's get started. I bought this, in case anyone is wondering, I bought this Christmas tree at Target for like 55 cents, and it's artificial, which is made for people who can't clean up their Christmas tree needles and stuff like that. So that's the Christmas tree I'll be setting up today.
I'll also add it's pre-lit.
Oh yeah, and this is Katie, one of my support staff who will be helping set up this wonderful tree while I talk. So you want to get that out of the back while I...
The first question, are we direction people or not direction people?
Well, it depends what the direction tell us.
Okay, fair. We'll set them here until we
Are
decide
they
we have them.
valuable?
Good question. Are they valuable?
Number 1, are they valuable? Number 2,
That
yeah.
one.
So the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to deciding a support aid is not right for you. Is that sometimes people will interview really well and have a resume that is undeniable. But let me tell you from personal experience, you won't know if the know you as a person, yeah, you better pull it out.
I was gonna say, I think this is your expertise. You want me to take the tags off real quick while you keep talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure you. Where am I?
You were talking about video.
Okay. And then
Good, you're good.
okay. You hired somebody because they matched the interview process and they matched your vibe during the interview. But you then were working with them and you noticed that they may not be vibing with you as a person because I feel like as disabled individuals, we oftentimes make new equipment or have new medical needs or like new daily support needs, and I do my best to let my DSP know that this job is not a one-size-fits-all. So if there's ever a time that you feel like you can't work here anymore or like need adaptation, you are more than welcome to tell me, hey, I need that adaptation, or hey, do you remember how I told you that? Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you did. We were talking about, I have a full-time friend that I work with, and we were talking about, related to Anna's equipment, she's got a power wheelchair and her gait trainer, and that if at any point in time that something was uncomfortable or too heavy, that I let her know so that she can make adjustments as needed, or that, you know, if it meant that I might not be the right fit at that time, that she could also perhaps start looking for other staff at that time.
Yeah, I didn't remember how how I worded that.
Yep, and I don't think you worded it that frank as far as like looking for other staff, but basically you're like, hey, if something's not working for you, please just let me know. I'd rather know about it than find out that you want to leave because you're unhappy with what's happening.
Right.
Okay.
And sometimes even with me telling people that sometimes it doesn't match with and like people, I don't know why people think that like it is okay not to tell me that you are not comfortable with something or something is not working out. I don't know. I feel like some DSPs have trouble vocalizing their needs to their client because they don't want to disappoint us in any capacity, but I do think that it's important that when you realize that something is wrong with your DSP relationship, that you let them know and you try and work it out. For example, if I know a DSP is having trouble with a piece of equipment, if it's not a ride or die situation, I may say, okay, I'm not going to do that activity with that person or that task So I will work with that person until they do something like 2, 3, 4 times. And then I start thinking about how will that impact my life as a business owner, as a health standpoint, do I have enough cash to do it? And when I'm so thinking about do I have enough cash, then I might reach out to somebody else on my staff and be like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Can you pick it up? Can you pick up another hour if I wanted you to? And they will either say yes or no. I never press for them into it. And then I talked to a couple of trusted adults. Adult is the one word. We are all adults. But what you talk about talk to trusted individuals, what are you? Once you talk to them, I then do my best to, once I know everything is covered and I won't be inconveniencing everyone, I then will write a text message to whoever I think doesn't vibe anymore, and I'm always very nice, and I think it's very important to put it on you as an individual and not them. Because like I said, being a DSP is a very different vibe than being in a corporate world. You don't come here to hit at a desk and do data every day. You come here to support everybody, support your individual and their family in whatever needs they have. So with that being said, I consider them a friend of mine, basically. So when I am handing that really hard test, I try and word it nicely so that they don't ask for more. Like they feel like I'm not dissing them for another boyfriend type of vibe. I'm not cheating on them, basically. No DSP cheating. And then it's it is a business. Having a DSP is not a business atmosphere. So if you want a DSP thinking about I just lost my mom supporting someone, I understand that that's difficult, and losing any mom is difficult. When I lost my mom at an agency, that was difficult. But I think it's important to realize a lot of disabled people have agencies, home health agencies that we hire and you guys are paid to. So we are not really responsible for the business aspect of things, right? We are more focused on how our life is ever changing. Maybe we went to high school, maybe we went to college, maybe we started a new business, right? And so I think as a DSP, you have to go into the work thinking, this is a relationship industry type vibe. And some things may not work out, and that may be a individual thing, or it may be a you thing if you decide that you can't with my equipment or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm making this video not to blame anyone or anything. I just want you guys to know that it's completely okay to decide that you don't like not like just the one word. But to decide that